Hello everyone, it's Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Marital Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here with me. Hi ladies.
Good morning.
What's this touch of dark brown you and who are having? Okay, yours is dark deep blue. Anyway, how you doing?
Just dressed up. Fine. Yesterday I was driving around. I found myself at Adekunle police station, and I found out that there are all Your View fans there. The DCO Smart wanted me to say hi. He watched a Thursday episode. He had his own opinion. He shared it, and the cocoa of the matter was that the conduct of drivers around that place, using traffic laws and all that, he felt that no matter what happens, the police are always guilty. And he wanted, the moment he saw that I work with TVC, he wanted to express his views. So I told him I will be covering it. We have a police correspondent, investigator. In
regards to him. I meet lots of people like that, but I always forget to say hello to them. So for those of you that have been greeting me all this while, hi. Hi Jumoke, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Valentine continues.
Oh, we know. We're not.
That's why she's still wearing this shoe. And there's a story behind this shoe.
What's your business with my shoe? Tori your law. Please.
When you forced me to buy this shoe.
Please, we don't know the story behind this shoe.
Don't mind her. Someone brought us shoes, and so I forced her and YK to buy the exact shoes so that the day we were on the show together, we're all wearing the same shoes.
And she has worn her own twice.
And I've worn mine twice.
Exactly.
Now that's a deal.
Okay.
So I received flowers and chocolate yesterday. I went for lunch in a posh restaurant that I really love to go to, and I'm still going for brunch today. And people caught on me saying that I got everything I wanted, quality time. And it's a point of discussion on blogs now. That is quality time an item of love. Okay. We should discuss it.
I think it is.
Stuff. How are you doing, Takwe?
I'm very good. I heard the sad news. I was hoping it would be on the front pages, but it isn't there. The story of what is going on in Port Harcourt and the suit. And I had to call my in-laws in Port Harcourt to find out that, is it really that bad? She said, if you take a white tissue to clean your nose, you would see it will come out black. From the suit, the pollution is serious. And I'm wondering, if a fire shake can be shouting over money, the Governor Wike should be shouting, because it's something that needs the entire country to focus on it. Every citizen, if you open the window in your house and you clean the table.
What's causing this?
The asphalt production, a Chinese-owned asphalt production company, has some form of issue with the release of gas, and the entire Port Harcourt is now covered with soot, and it is really bad.
It is the governor's prerogative to see
to make the noise.
You should just go down, shut it down.
They've shut it down.
They have environmental,
but the effect is already
interesting.
there.
Something similar. I know the Green Angle is working on something pretty similar in I can't remember the area, but it's an area within Lagos State that this same pollution is going on. I'm not sure exactly the area, but I know Green Angle is that's the episode they're working on right now.
I mentioned the Port Harcourt one last week, Thursday.
And they didn't say anything. It's not in the papers. It's still on the papers right now.
Hi, well, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Any news to share? Nothing?
Everything is looking good. We thank God. That's
stuff.
all we can say.
Great.
But I just wanted to say that, you see, the thing in relationships, you have to choose whether you want Instagram love or you want reality love. You know, because a lot of people are pressured, and I went through a lot of Instagram timeline and I see people posting different things.
Oh my love.
There's a difference between social media love and reality love. So just
know how to spot the difference.
Just know how to spot the difference and know where to draw the line.
Let me just add something. When I saw a lot of people posting pictures of cake, I was like, why did my husband get me cake? But I thought about it that, do I really want cake?
If you just want cake to be posted on Instagram.
So I
didn't even notice any Valentine picture anywhere. I think I'm the only one that didn't go online.
Everybody was posting
I didn't
pictures.
do anything Valentine. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the newspapers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with Punch. AGF Malami queries Emefiele on alleged forex fraud in CBN. Petitioners allege questionable policy, arbitrary allotment by Apex Bank. Picture here of residents in Ogun State protesting poor supply of power. Inflation hits 18.72%, bread, meat, fish prices rise. FEC OK's national health policy awards 126 billion naira road contracts. Oil production now 2 million barrels daily, says Kachuku. At last, Oluwo appears before Osun Court apologizes. Alleged 108 billion naira fraud. EFCC seizes Akpabio's wife's school. Arik bus firms owe us 263.7 billion naira, says AMCON. Saraki, Dogara, others meet Buhari in UK. Fayoshe visits Finance Ministry, demands 1 billion naira allocation. And fan official assault a core member for protesting flight delay. Lots of stories here.
That Akpabio's wife, Akpabio has been alleged to have embezzled about 102 billion naira. So they've been watching that school. I think it's called John Paul or something.
John Paul Second.
Yeah, they've been investigating the school. But the good thing the EFCC did was just to mark the school, because they said they are not going to shut down the school, because a lot of parents have paid school fees.
Certainly.
So they don't listen. But the school has been marked and is being investigated.
Okay, who read Fayoshe's story?
Oh, I think it's because it's another newspaper front page. The thing is, like I said earlier, Fayoshe is making a lot of noise. Basically, because he feels he's the only state singled out that hasn't gotten his allocation for the month of January, 1.1 billion. And so he went to, and they said he stopped. He went to the Finance Ministry, and his explanation was that I wanted to let Kemi Adeosun know that I haven't gotten my payment. And he said Kemi Adeosun told him that she just arrived, and then she had gone for fake meeting, so they couldn't have a meeting. So
she assured him that before close of business Wednesday is with us. So hopefully we'll see.
But I'm wondering how come.
That's next week.
That was yesterday, I think.
Oh, okay.
How come?
How come what?
That he states.
She will tell us then. We don't know. We can't, instead of analyzing that and start
because he's
bringing up
saying
rumors.
that they want him.
He suspected. Is it political or is it just an error?
Alert that the money had been paid, and then they reversed that payment.
Okay, it could be a
so that's why
error.
he suspected foul play. And then
no, that's not what happened. The CBN actually told him that it's been paid. Later, the NACM team said, "Oh, sorry, your name was not on the list."
Exactly.
Not that it was tracked. Your name was not on the list. That's why they couldn't pay. So he was suspected. Is it political or it was just an error? So that's why he went to.
But then they found out
this story is really annoying, because I don't know why would the government decide to go political. I mean, it can't be a political
It's a fair suspicion. It's a fair suspicion.
No, it's not. We shouldn't be having that kind of suspicion, for goodness sake.
He's opposition now.
No, even if you're opposition, I mean, we should change that narrative. Whether the person is opposition or not, what is due to the state, give to the person.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on to the nation. Let's move on. The nation. Buhari to Nigerians, I thank you for your prayers on my health. I thank them for visiting. I am also grateful to Nigerians, Christians and Muslims alike, for their prayers and kind wishes on my health. AMCON seeks private investors for Arik Air. Police seal off kidnappers then in Ogijo. And Labour confident in minimum wage review. So this, which story is?
Headline now.
The headline, Buhari to Nigerians, I thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
The president that is away on vacation, medical vacation, had invited the Senate president to see him. And he went along with the speaker, everybody except the deputy speaker. And after the meeting, whatever they discussed, he tweeted, as we said, Nigerians, thank you for your support. So and so people had visited me. As the whole cocoa of the matter. We don't know when he'll be coming back. He has not stated anything in the message.
Okay.
For all the doubting Thomastinas and Thomasin that have been saying the pictures were not real, at least we have a real picture.
That now. Moving on to AMCON. AMCON seeks private investors. Who has AMCON story? Nobody has AMCON story.
You have the story.
Kidnapper story.
I have
a comment. But
excuse me.
We have gone past the story.
We've gone past the story. No, she has the story, but me, I have a comment.
About this,
a lot of mismanagement. They are owing a lot of money.
That delinquent debtors. That's AMCON. They're owing
salaries.
Arik. Arik, that delinquent debtors. They're owing salaries, owing their insurance companies. In fact, they according to them, they earn 7 billion monthly, and yet they were not able to pay all their obligations financially. So pretty much they're looking for
there's mismanagement somewhere. So it's not about just getting someone to buy into it. Is there effective structure to ensure that the person that puts in resources into it would get their monay back?
Okay, well,
interestingly, smaller business go through all of this, but because it's a small business, you are not able to, because most of us, we don't know our P&L. we just do business and we think we're in
just
business.
keep on throwing
money and dropping the money. You are not making profit. So it's just because Arik Air is a big corporation. That's why we're seeing it.
And
most businesses are truly in this state where Arik Air is.
That's all.
Okay, moving on to Vanguard.
Why I support you now.
Inflation, misery as prices of food stuff hit the roof. I hope Nima has that story. Oh, you have that story. Great. Saddest day of my life by Obasanjo. Wow, I didn't see this paper. Senate backs AMCON's takeover of Arik. And how PDP was destroyed, says Ikwemi. Budget, federal government set to decide on the size of World Bank loan, says Udoma. How I built houses with ransom by arrested serial kidnapper. That sounds interesting. Who has that story?
I have the story.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to, okay, let me talk about the kidnapper. Yeah, the Nigerian police they made the headway. They caught one of the kidnappers involved in the Nigerian Turkish school kidnap and the Isheri North kidnap recently. And the guy was now relating to us, revealing everything that happened, how he got paid 250 because he got 5 million for the Isheri North, how he got 2 million for the Nigerian Turkish school kidnap, and how he's investing it in building houses and taking care of his family.
Imagine.
I'm just
He's
happy
busy investing the money.
that the Nigerian Turkish one might be Ogun State, but the other one
When they ask you if
was
you had
in
any
Lagos
regrets,
State.
say you can, okay,
He was trying to absolve himself of the responsibility of the murder that happened, saying that no, it was this. He named members of his gang chairman and American as the people that killed the security.
It happened. It happened.
No, but he admitted to killing Ali Balogun, Mrs. Aisha.
Death was because they said they were just shooting. It was a stray bullet that killed her.
Still
and that they still
trying
kidnapped.
to
Absorb himself. So
anyway, we thank God that is in the police net.
and we have his picture there.
Yes.
You know, because most of the items that were listed as that has gone up, most of them are the ones that have direct impact on us.
Everybody.
Food, you know,
Kerosene.
kerosene.
Oh, let me list a few. I didn't even realize. I didn't see the pictures.
Yes, it's there.
Cement 1,300. Let's see what else. Maize 22,500. I can't see all these things. Beans 13,500. Peppers 5,000 naira.
Chicken, bread, cereal,
tomatoes.
Most of those items are kerosene. Then even prices of maintenance of car maintenance and all that. Everything has gone up. So I'm wondering, you know.
Please, may I quickly just compare that diagram with the picture of the president, the Senate president, and the speaker? That, you see, it seems like wickedness that a country undergoing this depth of recession has people like that enjoying themselves, representing the country. You could have been rich before you became the president or anything, so you have your own money. But because you are representing poor people, for instance, our budget should have been reflecting that the people you represent are poor. Look at these people. Do they look like they represent this same Nigeria?
No.
Oh, you look at the pictures, right?
Yeah, the pictures just right beside.
So we have gone away from our
And sadly,
discussion.
this is what people
Well, you know what I'm just
are
saying?
facing.
Sorry, my tomato seller always says she buys one basket, 35,000 naira. I'm seeing 10,000 naira here.
No, prices of tomato had come down.
As
at December,
And
they are
they're different
different. No, they are different sizes, and it
I'm
has
about to go to K2 market.
no, tomato had actually come down. But the thing is, you know, when you put the prices side by side with what we used to buy, the prices have gone off the roof.
All right.
You know,
Moving
and the
on
only way you
to
can encourage is to find a way to make
Daily
localized
Sun.
production.
Saraki Dogara meets Buhari in London. Okay, I see the picture you're talking about now. Oh, I see why you're saying that. Oh, yeah. Fayoshe storms finance ministry over unpaid allocation. We talked about that. I whip for PDP, says Ikwemi. GSM, NCC moves review call rates. Inflation hit 18.72%. 10 buildings, banks destroyed in Onitsha. Fuel fire. AMCON gives damning report on Arike. Choko, do you have any story here?
Yes, the 10 buildings. So this happened in Onitsha, and the fire started around 8:20 p.m. It was in a filling station, Dennis Memorial Grammar School, beside Dennis Memorial Grammar School, and the fire, they said, is still raging at the time of the report, because they said even though the fire service people came late, they were not able to put it out.
Okay, the fire started because a truck had lost control, a tanker truck had lost control, and decided to, drive into the filling station, and on impact, it hits, something, went on fire, and just started raising. 15 buildings are down, it's still burning right now. The Nigerian fire service arrived an hour after the fire started, and they could not contain it till now.
I wanted to quickly talk, because we missed that story of 2 million barrels per day our production, what Kachuku was saying, and he's linking it to the fact that because the federal government has been in constant talks with the Niger Delta, and there has been ongoing repairs in the refineries and all that, it has actually had a direct impact on our production. So I think the acting president is working.
And that should also reflect on our power now. Shouldn't it? Because it's the same
acting president, you are acting.
Now, so let's take a quick break. When we return, it's Thursday with Justine, and our question today is, if you want long life, should you let your wife be in charge of your salary? Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So there is a belief that women have a way of multiplying anything that comes their way. Give her a house and she makes it a home. Or give her a seed and she gives you children.
Hallelujah.
According to an online report, a man gave an advice to his son, saying, "My son, if you want to have long life, let your wife be in charge of your salary. It will be difficult for her to spend it when she's aware of the home's needs and bills to pay. But if it's in your care, she'll keep asking you, even when all has been spent." Now, what are your thoughts on this? Give us a call on 070-80668014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so you can read your tweets. But before we go to the ladies, I think we went to the streets to ask people on the road the same question. Watch this.
No, I would not allow my wife to manage my salary. But I still acknowledge that women are good and better managers. But as a man, you must set out things for the future of your family.
It's good for you to let your wife have access to your account. Now, we are living a life and anything can happen at any time.
I cannot allow my wife to be in charge of my salary. I can just make out money for her from my salary.
As a man, you have to take charge of your finances and allow everything to come. But in a situation whereby you allow your wife to take charge of the finance, how about when you die, you don't know whether your wife is going to go on with another person and the money does not stay in the family.
It's okay for my wife to have part of my finances, not everything. There are things that has to do with the house chores, food stuff and all that.
Know much about it. They should know about what I'm earning and how I'm spending it. So they should be in charge of the salary.
She have an access to my account. Whatever enters to my account, my wife is supposed to know. So that a man that is telling his wife that he don't have money, he didn't love his wife.
Yeah, sure, why not? I can allow her to my salary because I married her and I did that for a purpose.
So let me let Nima go first on this matter, since you were all reacting throughout the Vox Pop. Yes.
I would like to be in charge of my husband's salary. And the truth is, I agree.
The normal question, are you in charge now?
No.
Okay, but
Not
you like
at all.
to?
Not at all, not even close.
Is there somebody who disagrees?
I used to be in charge of the cards, I had access at some point, but after a while, maybe I overstepped my bounds, like he said, but he took everything back. And I think it bothers me when I say, "Do you have?" and he says he doesn't have. I am a very trusted person and I believe he doesn't have that. And then he comes home with a new gadget. Recently, he was very, very emphatic about being broke. And I had a need within the home I felt was more important. And then I don't have money. And suddenly they were fixing everything. I said, "Oh, you don't have money." Imagine if I was in charge. I would prioritize because that gadget till today is the only one using it.
Is your priority
He's not touching us.
Is your priority more important than his? Because
I'll prioritize family, not my personal priorities. I'm not like that. My personal priorities I take care of. Okay. But when it's important and it's about the children, then I know.
Okay, let me come to Jim. Okay.
I agree with him, totally. Because you don't have money, you buy the first super motorbike. You don't have money, then you buy a bigger, more expensive brand. Motorbike. Why? Now, I've seen lots of men who, maybe because they don't trust their wives, think that it's okay not to disclose how much they earn or put their wives in total care. But I've also seen men who are family oriented, and they're thinking of, if I die, before my brother will come and take this and take that and say it's our son, if it is in my wife's care, they won't have access to it. And such men live longer. Certainly. And they have more peaceful lives. Please, I think that it is for the sake of family to have become one. As far as you know the capabilities of your wife, well, they may say that someone like me, I am a spendthrift, so I have access to all the cards, but there's always a limited amount of money in all the accounts. But for the sake of family, please allow your wife have access to the family. I totally agree with the article that because she knows how much is there, women are more, okay, this month, let's do this, let's do that, let's, you know.
But access is different from in control. You know, you can give it.
Access is different from control. So a lot of times we might know the password of our spouse's ATM, but do you have the card? Are you at liberty to do what you want to do? Have you gotten to that point? When they said living long, I agree with the article about living long, and here's my processing of why a man would live long. Most of the time, men complain that the issues they have is nagging, and the woman always telling me there's always need. But if you actually submit your salary to her and you tell her that you have the salary, give me my own allocation, sort what is in the house, you have shifted that burden of worrying your head onto her. Which is what I did with my husband. I've said on the show, I don't do groceries. I don't have any idea what milk costs or Milo costs or even my children's baby. I don't know. I don't do it because every time in the early stage of our marriage, it will give me an allocation. And I would find it difficult to work with it, and it would look as if I'm mismanaging the resources. So what I did was to say that, bros, I'll cook, buy the groceries. Now, I don't have to worry. It's no headache to me. That is the same expression that a man would have if he just moves that entire body, because the managing of resources is a whole lot of money. And if you find that your wife is capable of doing a good job of the management, then let her have her way.
Let me go to my own husband. Initially, I mean, my husband is a lawyer, and he also does business. Now, as a lawyer, he was earning average salary here and there. That time, I was in control, full control. And in fact, he hates the whole idea of going to the ATM and just say, Marital, please, I need this amount of money, get it out. I'm in control. But now that his business is doing better and there's more numbers coming, I don't have that kind of control anymore.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe he just feels like, okay, this is more money now. So, Marital, I don't touch. I don't know.
Want to invest.
Maybe, yeah, but the idea is that I don't have that kind of control that he used to give to me before. So I wonder why, but let me come to Uwa. Your thoughts on this matter? Why are you laughing?
Are you in charge,
of all the money in your home?
See, develop. She's in charge.
It's not why they look. For us, we are both in charge. Because we have access to each other's funds. And but the thing is, I think you should also note that you need to know the person you're dealing with. Before, I used to be the very, very conservative one, trying to make sure that but these days I find myself that I've become like an impulse,
shopper,
impulse buyer. I've changed, I've flipped, from who I used to be. So now I need that check. So even plus my own money safe, I give it to him that please be the one to help me manage. Because if you know your personality type, and you know what you're dealing with for time, it is only wisdom. It's not every woman. We have women that all they think about is one party or the other. They are going for one ashwebi and all that. That kind of a woman, you cannot give her control of your salary because she will not think, it is you that is thinking of your family first. Her own mindset is that, this party is coming and my sister, I have to go and buy this, I have to go and buy that. We have to do to match and all that. And you see that woman would just squander away. I'll give you a scenario. This is true life story. Someone in Lekki, because part of those Lekki series that they were doing, some of those stories actually happened. Somebody in Lekki, this one I know, school fees money that the husband gave to her, that auntie, use this money for children's school fees. But because she was pressured as to living the Lekki life and trying to make sure that she too, she has a home in Lekki phase 1, she took the entire money to go and rent an apartment in in Lekki phase 1. So in that kind of a situation, what kind of advice would you give that kind of a man? Tomorrow,
you will not see the money.
You will not even see one couple. So
now,
I think it depends on who you're dealing with. Some women do not even have an iota of what is called management. It's not every woman that can manage money. Yeah. So we should stop making that.
Now we brought it down to the person. The woman.
Yes, you brought it down to individual.
Let me say one funny story. It's the person is really old now. They gave this woman money. Her husband gave her money to go and buy food stuff. She went to the market, bought chocolate, biscuits, and fruits, and said, we are on a fruit diet. Said, you are on a fruit diet. Your children, you did not plan the entire money, your allocation for, I'm not joking, for the month. She bought sweet biscuit, chocolate, and fruits.
There are lots of women like that.
Hey, but
I couldn't believe it that somebody would think that way.
It might be a fallout of how she was raised. Because the way I was raised, I saw my mom put aside, we have all these Edo meetings they usually do, where they will buy wrapper, Hollandis, and all those important things. My aunties will buy, they will line it up. And my mother, she used to be the one taking them to the island to buy their wrappers. But she never bought one Hollandis for herself. And I remember it was because we were going to school. It was because she knew the kind of husband she had. She knew she had to support him. So if such a woman was the one in charge of resources, you would be rest assured because you trust. You know that she knows exactly what is important. But rapper, lucky life and all that is the same thing. I don't think that woman is thinking.
Since we are brought it to individual, my former boss told me, and I think his wife also told me the story. When he was dating her, he lost his job. So they were living on her own salary. His uncle had given him an apartment in one of those apartment blocks. They moved into there. When they got married, they were staying in that apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment. When I met him, he was still living in that 2-bedroom apartment with his wife, 3 children, his cousins, nephews, everybody in that small. And I was like, why are you still living in this apartment? He said, now, because he's the only one working. His wife retired after they had children because there wasn't anyone to take care of the children, to focus on taking care of the home. So, and he's a businessman. He does not know when he will earn 10,000. Some other months it will be 1 million. Guess what he did? He now put his wife as sole signatory to all his accounts. Why? Because he trusts her with money. When there was nothing for him, he was living on her money. Secondly, she's better at mathematics. So now, he doesn't like going to the bank. I beg, I need this amount of money. He must ask his wife for money. Yeah. And then she's good with accounting. So she knows, and then she also knows the kind of business he does. Yeah. So we may not have money next month. Yeah. She's saving most of it. And lastly, in case he dies, this woman that has suffered with him, let her not suffer, and his children, she's in control. If his company wants to pay you money, it's his wife that will pay.
Why do we always believe there is a man that might die first?
Because that is why they said they should do this one.
No, if he dies, he's the one making the money. If he dies, at least the money is still in his nuclear family. If she dies, at least.
Why are you talking like this?
We have to go on a break. Let me come back. We'll continue this conversation. I will take some calls and tweets also. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. So, talk about
I was asking that, why do we always assume that the men die early? These are the reason men die early, because they carry the entire weight on their shoulders.
So
they should relax
to carry it anymore.
Yes, because if everything is, I don't know your account, I don't know what is going on, so I'll ask you, I want a new phone. You might not, if I know you don't have money, I won't ask you, because I already know you don't have money. But if you make me feel like I don't have any access to what's going on, I'll keep layering the bill.
Yes,
every day.
And because women, we have multitasking. We can
the effect on a man is worse. So they tend to have IBP faster.
Okay, let me take Shola's call, then I'll come to Nima. Shola, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
The whole thing beckons on the relationship from the onset. Both parties must know who they are, and that will determine what the trust will become in the nearest future. The upbringing also matters. Yeah. The man who is the anchor of this whole mess that we are discussing. We have this African way of thinking that once you give a woman or a lady a rope, she's going to draw it beyond necessary. When you don't have such a mentality anymore and you can trust your wife, you can trust yourself, and you think beyond the now, I can assure you what is that for you to open up whatever you have and allow your wife to be in charge, because it is obvious. Women are good marketers. Women are good managers. And no matter what the man thinks he looks like, it can't be better of a woman.
Okay.
Thank
you very much, Shola. Yeah.
That's a generalization, and that is not 100% correct.
But generally,
the percentage favors women more than men.
Yes,
in terms of
you cannot say women we have agreed that you also must know who you have. As much as women are generally better managers, you must also know that your wife, maybe she likes shoes, and so if you give her control of an account of 100 million, she won't think it's bad to buy shoes of $1,000. So you must know who you have.
See, let's be also fair, understanding that I think we're not giving the women enough credit in this matter. A lot of women, no woman wants to see her child not go to school.
If your priority is your family.
Priority is your family,
if
certainly.
Your priority is your family,
let me make my point. Your family is priority, yes. Now, for a woman who spends her children's school fees on Gilly and everything, there's a precedent. Something has happened in that foundation. A woman would not really take her child naturally do that. Something happened to have caused that. It's possible.
I agree.
Maybe this woman has been deprived of something, or she knows that this man can give her another money. Whatever it is, there's something wrong somewhere. But no woman would naturally want to do that. So the point that we're trying to make is that a lot of women are indeed managers of family, and they take the priorities. And our advice here is that because women are good managers of family, they should be given some responsibility.
I wanted to answer when we were asked that why do we assume the men die? It's usually the cultural belief around when a man dies before the wife that brings this kind of discussion.
I agree.
The way it is perceived is that the wife probably killed the man. Now, if your wife was in control of your money, your family members will not be asking too many questions around whether or not who dies first. That would not be the issue. But because they know they want the money, your property, they will question your wife as if she killed you, or why did you die before her?
Let me take this call from Aliu. Aliu, are you there? Oh, I'm so sorry for keeping you for so long.
I want to say that even in the African culture, right, when a man and a woman are married, usually, even if it is the woman that is bringing in the money, and you call your brother, oh, something, I need money and all that, and the wife now gives you the money. We have a problem with that.
Yes,
don't
now.
you think?
Yes, now.
So,
yes,
I mean, people just naturally assume that it's supposed to be the man that would have this. So that's, for me, my own orientation is different. Honestly speaking, because I believe that in a marriage, first of all, both of you should be equal in terms of stakes, making sure that everybody's accountable to each other. Not that, oh, because the woman is this. Because if it is one-sided, there's always a problem.
Okay.
Let it be a balanced situation.
I wanted to give my personal example when you said that a woman who is using her children's school fees to buy Gele is absurd. If she uses this children's school fees to quickly do business, she may be thinking of turning over, and she may lose. I've heard of that one. But in my personal experience, where, of course, you are saving towards something, you don't touch that. Oh, this is loose cash that I can go to the cinema with, and when the need to save and not even do cinema comes, to do that. But when you are doing all of that and you're being considerate of a man, and you see that because he has loose cash, because you are being prudent, he's able to go and buy a power bike of 4 million, then you wonder, why am I starving myself? Me say if I want to buy shoes, me say if I want to buy a Ashwebi. Right. So sometimes it's the men who even put the women in such situations.
Let me take this call from Teju. Teju, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
I'm first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Number one, whenever there's a discussion or topic, please allow it to go around, because I can see that one of you is saying a lot while the others are not saying anything. That's one. Number two, concerning to the topic you are treating, marriage is of the spirit. There's no yardstick for saying, do this, do that. It depends on the couple, But marriage is not something that you can put on paper, okay, follow these rules. Because two spirits come together. It has gone beyond the physical. When you understand marriage from that point of view, then whether the wife is having the cash or the husband is immaterial. There is something greater than the physical, which is the spirit. And I'm a Christian. The spirit of Christ comes first.
Thank you very much, Teju. Yes,
Mariah, we must actually appreciate our men. And the reasons that it seems this article is coming out that they might actually die young because a lot of men die earlier than the women is because they don't accept the help from the women. And that's what we're advocating for. What a man worries his head over is a lot. You have to worry about the school fees. You have to plan your salary to spread over school fees, spread over house rent, spread over maintaining the car, maintaining the house, and all these bills you need to pay on a daily basis are there to bog you down. And then a woman is there to lighten the burden. You are partners, equal stakeholders.
And if the woman is good at accounting,
let her help you out.
All right, let me take Chris, then I'll come to Ua. Chris, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, go ahead, please.
You guys are treating a nice topic this morning.
Thank you.
Now, let me quickly say this. Whosoever controls the finances of the house is actually, you know, when you are the one controlling the finances of the house, you're actually the one in control. So if you let the control of the finances to a woman, what it means is that the woman controls everything, and most of the time the man will not have that liberty that he wants. Sorry, liberty in quotes. Really? Now let me say this. I have a wife, and my wife controls the finances to some extent. But do you know that at times she uses that as a weapon against me? Yes, she uses that as a weapon.
That's a woman.
Whenever she feels, oh, this guy, I'm not sure what he's going to do with this money, tell you there is no money. And that gives me a lot of issue, So whosoever controls the finances of the house, controls the house in total. And as a man, I don't like losing the control of my home.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Let me help Chris. The truth is that the only time a woman will be in that situation where she thinks like she's not sure where this money is going to is when she cannot, there's a question mark on the person's character. You know, a lot of men, what we see most men or some men do is they have a girlfriend outside, they starve their wives, they starve their family, they don't treat them right, they do not do their responsibilities, they don't carry out their responsibilities in the home, and they go and they give one girlfriend out there the money that is meant for the upkeep of their home. So usually women that want to be in charge, they want to be in control, is because they are not 100% sure what this man is doing with the money, you know, that is in his possession. I wanted to say that we say, okay, let's share money, let's give the woman the money. In terms of, running a home, there is a system to running a home. There is a balance. So if you are asking that the man should give you 100% money control, he should also give you 100% of the burden of running the home. Don't come and be complaining that your husband is not helping you to do this or to run the home or to help you with the children. No, I'm just saying, you cannot be one-sided. You will collect everything. Don't be looking for the money outside.
I was going to ask Chris
hang in there, let me take this call. Chris, let me take Reverend Brimo. Are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, go ahead, sir.
I'm happy to be on the program. This is my first time.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. You people have been doing wonderful work. God strengthen you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Concerning the topic, I just want to say that it is the individual that will determine how you manage your home. For example, my wife is a better manager of resources. And I'm enjoying it. She has saved me from embarrassment on many instances. At times I will have some money like that. You know, they call me and it has happened on several times. My wife will help me to keep some money, and then later on I can calculate anything. And later I'll see a difference. She will not keep quiet. And when I'm stranded, she will now come and say, "This is your 50,000. I help you. I know you have finished it." I have a very wonderful manager. So, and we grew up to that extent. So I think it is better for us to relate with her.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Reverend Brahma. That's actually, my brother does exactly that. His wife manages that. I don't know if he's still functioning like that right now, but when I was there, my brother, all the finances, his wife managed every single thing.
That's my boss.
And she was doing
he
it.
can tell you that, I'm broke, and then call his wife.
Yes,
and she even knows him.
And you see my brother, he's one I was dancing. He's having a
Women
ball.
that want that is
Moriah,
because they
wait.
don't want
I
the
want-
man to go and be giving the girlfriend money.
It's not like that.
No.
Moriah, I wanted to
I'm
ask what I
telling
was
you.
saying. Most of
So they
these
have
men
full control.
who say that their wives are not, I cannot give her control over my money, are hypocrites. When they are broke, they actually know. They will say she has money somewhere. And I'm sure that woman, she can save for heaven.
Oh, no, but
that's the. See, in my house, there was a situation that happened.
I want to take that story. Pause. I want to take that story.
Please don't
We'll be
forget
right
the
back.
situation.
We're going to take that story when we come back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So Nima was saying something before we went on break.
Just within the home once, we ran out of something and I wasn't around. And my girl went to my husband that, Uncle, I want to buy something. I don't have a cash cover in this house, but I'm sure Nima, just check one of those her books she reads. She's good at it. She's always sticking money, so check, you'll find money. Truly, they ransacked my room and found money in a purse, in a book, everywhere. And I was like, but when I tell you I don't have money, why are you checking my things? You always have money. But this same person that saves like this is not, qualified enough to be in charge of things.
You told us now that you took, what's the word that you used? That he said that you took advantage of the right.
Yes, that
you used
overstepped my bounds.
So a man who has a wife,
twice shy. But in the case of polygamous family,
I'll let me read tweets.
I'll let you read tweets now, but let me take
talking about polygamy.
Pastor Sonny, let me take Pastor Sonny.
Certainly nobody can meet each other.
Pastor Sonny, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. This is my first time. I want to comment what you ladies are doing there. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to bring a bit of a spin into what you guys are talking about. You're all right. I mean, let who is the better manager decide and manage the home.
Yes.
But we're all forgetting one thing. I used to give my wife my salary, but after a while she rejected it. She said she doesn't want again, that I should manage everything myself. And the reason is that there's what we call OBI, other business income. So all of you are working there, you work on a salary, but there's always something you do on the side to get extra money. I mean, most of us do it.
Yes.
So if it's a question of, if my salary is 1 million, I can bring my 1 million and say, take 1 million, run the home, no problem. So every other extra income I get, you are not aware of it.
Yes.
You don't know how I deal with that. And sometimes, trust me, those extra income could really be more than the salary. Okay, so some smart guys can give you the salary and say, this is all the money you'll take, but every other income that he gets, you don't know. And there's so much income that we make on the side, trust me. So, like I say...
Thanks for the expo.
Pastor collects pastoral offering. That's all right.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, and usually, those ones are much more than the salary.
What of the clinical allowance? Then you go and visit them.
I think for me, what has worked for my marriage over, we're going to be 11 years this year, it has been transparency. It has never been about my this or your this. It has always been, this is our. So we feel like we have equal stake in the relationship. I think it's healthier. Let's not say that, the man should have this, because you see, the thing is, because you see, we still live in an African society where if tomorrow my husband now says, take the money and be in charge, and probably there is a need, his family needs something, and I'm the one sending, it's somewhat disrespectful in the eyes of some people. So I think we should just strike a balance.
Okay, let me take a call from Port Harcourt before I then take some tweets. Hello, morning, thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
This is my first time.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, I've been married for almost 10 years.
Okay.
And I work with my spouse, and we have accounts everywhere. I have the passport to the ATM, but I've never, on my own, go to collect money for anything.
Same here.
It's even giving me concern because I just found out recently that part of that account, his brother is the one that is the next of kin. While this is a business two of us own together. And I'm not somebody that spends money. Like this morning, I want to go and make my hair. I just found that the money I had in the house has finished. So I had to go back to the office, ask to collect money from him. So I'm thinking, most of us that don't spend money anyhow, is lack of trust from our spouse in terms of money. You know, this money. I'm not somebody that spends money anyhow. I don't understand the reason why both of us have this business. Both of us know what we earn. But you have access to it. I'm not even a signatory.
Emanuela,
you need to discuss.
Finances are a major problem in marriages. Are you aware?
Yes.
I think we should be the transparency is important. Discuss with one another what she's going through right now. She needs to discuss it with her husband. But I think that women need to overlook some things. I've learned to overlook. Okay, so he buys a barb. As long as my needs are met, overlook some of those things. It will give you peace of mind.
Okay, I hear. I overlook some things.
Let's take some tweets.
Buying expensive toys. Olatunji Asumo, and we have a lot. May I take a lot?
Yes, please.
Olatunji Asumo says, in fact, I'm doing it regularly with my wife, and she does same with me. Tare says, if you have a virtuous wife, she can handle the husband's salary. Some women can be profligate. Bam Abayomi says, you people are having this discussion with a one-man, one-woman mindset. How will this pan out in a polygamous home? Adebayo says, why do we assume that women love the family than the men? That's a misconception. Afolayan says, though some women can be very extravagant, but nevertheless, understanding your partner matters. Olanrewaju says, we hobbies have access to our wife salaries too now. Me, I can't. So Arabella says, understanding matters. We sit down to discuss which way is easy for both of us. Humans always differ on issues.
I have to make a point because Pearl is saying that with all the good points that you've made, we were goofed by saying those wives prevent their husbands from spending on girlfriends. The reason I made this statement is because it's a true life experience. I have a friend that the husband is doing extremely well. Do you know that she had to find a way to make sure that the children go to expensive schools? She makes sure that...
So he doesn't have excess money.
By the time he's done with expending on the family,
he won't have change.
You know who you're dealing with. I mean, we can't be... I'm a married woman. We cannot lie to ourselves.
You are forgetting the OBI pastor just talk about.
No.
So you think your salary...
He's not a pastor. He does not have to
okay. All right.
I'm just trying to explain to you that there are some women, and it's not just one. I have several
know your own
women.
situation.
Okay, you know your own. Sorry, let me finish. You know your own unique situation. When you know that your husband is not faithful, you know, and he's philandering. I mean, that's the word. You know, so you need to find a way to make sure that you absorb most of the income coming home.
That's the wisdom we come in.
Okay, so Emeka says absolutely yes and no. Yes, if she's a good wife, and no, if she's extravagant. Nagging, never doing well type. My uncle's wife is like that. Terry says, I'm enjoying the show. Shion says, when you offer a leper a handshake, he will want an embrace. Men are better managers and wonderful coordinators. Okpeoluwa says, we men of yesterday knew. These ones we see that are looking for Gioni and be demanding for iPhone 7.
Hey.
Otumba says, she stopped the excessive demanding. She draws up a budget and negotiates what I keep for my monthly upkeep, talking about his wife. Femi Oni says, it's a good idea, especially for the good women that are good managers of money. You'll be surprised at the way they will help you manage your money.
Fantastic. I think I want to round up on that because I think what I'll take from this or advice to the men out there, because what Okwe said is pretty profound. If you want long life, really, take that. That's a major burden thinking about them. Yeah, it's both about women are also known as multitasking, an ability to actually think and be different characters at the same time. But so men, to live longer, more healthier, happier life, that burden of money issues, let your wife run the business so that you can live long. And we can be going boat cruising to Italy, and you're 90, 80, we'll be powering, you know.
That's all right.
All right. That's our submission.
Women should also let go, to have long life. To be safe, we want long life.
All right.
Simple.
That's all we can take on the show. Don't forget, the LABI boat cruise is coming up on Saturday, February 18th. It's 30,000 naira for a couple, 20,000 naira for a single. You can come to TVC to pay, or you can pay at the venue. We have limited tickets. The tickets are actually running out so quickly and fast. So we have just, I think, less than, I'm not sure how many tickets we have left, but please hurry up, pay before, sorry?
You should give to the wife to pay.
That's all we can take. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Give your wife to pay the money.